Welcome to Transformational Vedic Astrology. My name is Michael Mastro, and today we're going to be talking about the Vedic astrology chart for George Michael, born June 25th, 1963, at 6 a.m. in Finchley, UK. And if we were to look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Gemini rising at 23 degrees, which becomes the most effective point of every house. So any planet that's within 5 degrees of that 23 degrees, like Mercury, like Venus, like Jupiter, um, it has a lot of power in his chart. So, um, with the Gemini chart, any multiconal signs in the 6th, 8th, and 12th house become malefic. They're rulers. But in the Gemini chart, it's only Rahu and Ketu that can cause some harm. And that's only when they're within 5 degrees of another planet or of the rising sign degree. So in the transit charts, they can cause some harm every 18 months. But in his birth chart, they're almost 5 degrees apart. So just barely causing some stress. Um, so let's go through and see how the planets are operating. Well, we want to see where all the Multikona signs are, because whatever houses they're in is what he came to work on in this lifetime. So uh, some of the planets rule two signs. One of those two signs is the one that's most connected with that planet. We call it a Multikona sign. So the Multikona signs are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. So here we see the second house, Cancer ruled by Moon, came here to work on his wealth and his fame and continuation or the stability in his relationships. You see Leo in the house of business and communication, ruled by Sun. You see the sixth sign of Virgo in the house of home life and happiness. So came here to work on that. And then you see that the seventh sign of Libra in the house of entertainment, ruled by Venus, came to work on that. You see Jupiter in the house of partnerships and foreign lands, came here to work on that. So he, a lot of his success, he's globally successful. So he's lived in different places. You see 11th sign of Aquarius in the house of good fortune and ruled by Saturn. And then you see Aries, ruled by Mars in the house of income and friendships. So those are the main, each one of these houses has some aspect of your life, and those are the main aspects or areas of his life that he's working on in this lifetime. Now let's see how the planets are operating. 9 is really strong and well placed. It's again ruling this house of business and communication, entrepreneurial success, independent success, and it's placed in the first house. So it says that he can be successful through his leadership abilities and through business and communication, singing and songwriting. He get good support from his father. He inherited his some money from his father. Moon is at 27 degrees, and it is so any planet that's more than 25 is said to be in old age, and it cannot protect or promote its significations. And any planets that less than 5 degrees is is in adolescence, and it cannot protect or promote its signification. So Moon is a little bit weak here, and it says that, but it's in its own sign, which gives some good strength. And so it says that he can gain wealth and fame from working for in front of the public. His emotions, his compassion, he was very close to his mother, Moon, his mother. So all of those things are true. And his ability to communicate his emotions made him very successful. Mars is at 18 degrees, and it is ruling the house of income and friendships. It's placed in the house of business and communication. So it says he can have income through being passionate about his songwriting and singing and performing. Mercury's at 20 degrees. It is close to the most effective point, and it is placed, it is ruling the house of happiness through family, and placed in a house of spiritual growth through letting go of attachments. So he, again, and it's conjunct with Venus. Venus is performing arts. So communication through performing arts gives him happiness, and it's in this 12th house, which is deep emotion, spiritual, uh, able to express his spiritual nature, and also can be some depression. But singing about those deep emotional issues of feeling separate. Jupiter's at 22 degrees, close to the most effective point. It is ruling the house of relationships, and it's placed in the house of career. So, career through relationships. Any performing artist, entertainer, actor, or politician usually gains success through their partnerships and relationships. Who you know that you can get your music published and or become successful in a political career. So then Venus is at 21 degrees, also close to the most effective point. It is, again, ruling the house of entertainment, placed in the house of spiritual growth through letting go of attachments, conjunct to Mercury. So it says that entertainment through singing and songwriting and communicating will bring great success. Because Venus also represents wife, it does not bode well for lasting relationships, being in this house of separation. I think he was divorced once and had several relationships. This is the house of foreign lands also, so he's successful globally and lived in different places. Saturn's at 29 degrees. It's weak in old age, in the house of research into spirituality and emotions, and it says it's ruling this house of good fortune. So good fortune through helping others in service and charity projects. Saturn has to do with that. So and that also helped his career and helped his success for being charity minded. Rahu and K2. So they're at 27 degrees. And Rahu gives desire to hold on to your identity and not lose it into other people. K2 gives spiritual relationships, unusual or different types of relationships. And let's see when the planets were operating. So he inherited money from his father in 1975 during a Mars period, so Mars income. And then in 98, he was arrested for lewd behavior during a Sun Mercury period. Mercury's in this house of imprisonment. Sun is related to the body, and so something to do with the body there. And then in 2006, arrested again for drugs during a Mercury K2 period. K2 is drugs as well as Rahu. Mercury, again, imprisonment. Prisoned one more time in 2010 during a Mars Rahu period. I think it was for drugs again. So yeah, Rahu drugs. And let's see here. Got a head injury. He fell out of a moving car in 2013 during a Mars Mercury period. Mercury is transportation, so that's car. And then Mars is accidents. So accidents with the car. Then you have him dying in 2016 of a heart attack during a Rahu period. Rahu's in this house of the longevity, house of longevity. So cut short the unexpected events, cutting short the longevity. And also, if we look in the transit chart, when he died, K2, transiting K2 is afflicting 5 houses away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sun, natal sun, which is within 2 degrees. So sun is heart in the house of longevity, K2 unexpected events. So cutting short the lifespan. So what could we do to improve this chart? So again, service and charity work, helping people who cannot help themselves, for Rahu, and K2 giving to spiritual organizations, listening to spiritual uplifting chanting would be helpful. And then you want to strengthen his planets, and that you could do with a kavash containing a locket to containing the Devata yantras and mantras for Venus, Mercury, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, and Saturn. You could also wear blue colors, orange colors, green colors, white colors, yellow colors, and have the gems associated with sun, ruby, pearl, moon, red coral, Mars, a yellow sapphire for Jupiter, and Venus would be diamond, wearing white colors as well. So, strengthening the planets with the kavash or the gemstones or the colors, and doing chants and charities for Rahu and K2 would be the way to improve the chart. Now, if you're interested in getting a Vedic astrology reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com under services. We have lots of different types of transformation Vedic astrology readings. As you can see, it's very accurate, very easy to understand. If you'd like to learn how to become a Vedic astrology or just learn more about Vedic astrology, you can go to AmericanInstituteofVastu.com. Thank you so much for listening.